up whatever side is on for those watching this video that doesn't know what it is. And you definitely should watch it. It was emotional, and I'm not just saying that to say it. I'm saying it because I really almost cried, but I held it back because I didn't want to be the only loser crying at a documentary film. But basically what it is people in Ecuador fighting against Texaco or Chevron, which is an oil company, which basically, with all the oil spills, damaged their land, is making them sick. And there's this one guy, Pablo, who's fighting basically for all the people, everyone. He's fighting for everyone there that, doesn't have a voice. He went to school for law to be able to fight, and this was his main thing after he, graduated and all that. This case was the first thing he got, and this is a big case. And you know, one thing I need to say about Chevron is I really think that they chose, these poor areas in Ecuador and wherever else they may be located, because they know that with all the money and power they have, Ecuador can't fight back because of the fact that they're so poor. So they feel, you know what, we're going to do our stuff here, and they can't say anything. They're not going to fight back. They don't have the money for that. They can't hire people to help them. They're wrong. When it comes to a point where your family's dying, where your land is dead, where you can't grow the food that you need or be able to have clean water, people are going to start revolting. They're going to come after you. And I guess Chevron thought they could get away with that, but no. They show babies with skin problems. And this lady representing Chevron was saying how, the same production in the U.S. that's being made to do the pavements on the ground and all that, we come in contact with every day. So they're trying to say that has nothing to do with these babies and their skin rashes and stuff. Excuse me, miss, but you're talking about the U.S. The U.S. We have a much better system than they do in Ecuador. The whole tar and stuff that you're putting on the ground here is not flowing, overly flowing, into our water system. For them, it's going and seeping right into the water. They show the oil going into the water. That's their basis of life. That's where they wash, they drink. That's their survival. And you're damaging it. So how dare you compare how we come in contact with it in the U.S. to how they come in contact with it in Ecuador? There should be no comparison there whatsoever. They showed also this one lady who her 18-year-old daughter has cancer, and the trip that they take to go get treatment is 18 hours. They spend 18 hours just to go get treatment for this little girl's cancer. How horrible is that? And I believe it was $500 each treatment. That's just ridiculous. I mean, Sting and his wife Trudy. I think that it was so important for them to bring the awareness to, everyone else, to also help fight, to show the inequality that's going on, to show how the corruption in these billion-dollar companies, corporations, and how they're using money to get their way, to scare people, to get people to do what they want. Getting me upset. So Chevron is supposed to pay 27 billion for damages, but that's not going to cover up the pain and the loss that these people have gone through. They've lost family. And the pain that they went through while these people were sick, trying to get better, all the babies that never made it to even be 1 year old. Do they not feel guilty? You know, they showed a part where the person that's gonna inspect the land, you know, he was very specific, saying he's going to take the samples from where he is going to take them. But the representative for Chevron was telling him, maybe I can suggest places for you. Retarded, or are you deaf? Because he clearly stated that he's going to take what he wants to take from where he wants to take it. And you could see the disappointment in the guy from Chevron's face, like, no, sweetie, you're not getting your way this time. Tough luck. Chevron says they're never gonna give up the money. They're never gonna pay. Why? Why, instead of saying you're never gonna pay at least part of what you're supposed to? You know, out of that 27 billion, why don't you give up some money instead of saying you're never gonna pay? That makes you suspicious. When you're overly defensive like that, people are gonna be like, why? I know I was. Why? The producer that was there says that you know, to get people to give feedback, to defend them in the film, you know, they last minute, Chevron came at the last minute to give their input for the film. Why would you wait last minute on something so important? What could be more important than trying to defend your company against these accusations? People think. Your actions speak loud and clear, saying, I'm guilty. They also stated how the film was long on emotion and short on facts, but they didn't see the film. They denied the invitation to see the film. Why don't you just write guilty on your forehead? That makes much more sense to me. If that was your family and your land, I'm pretty sure you would be the same way that they were. When they showed the man's land that was just filled with oil and how emotional he got, that was a part where I almost cried. You know, I felt so bad for him. I felt his emotion. So yeah, part of the film is to show the hurt and the pain that the people are going through because of the damage to their land. Of course, it's going to be in the film. And the producer stated that, you know, he wanted to try to get both sides of the story. So don't complain that it's long on emotion and short on facts if you didn't want to give in your input to defend yourself. The link will be on the side. There's ways for you to donate money. It's really sad what's going on outside in the world that so little bit of people know about. The corruption in this world is really gonna tear us down.